What's going on, everybody? This is Island Hopper TV, and today I'm coming to you from Davos here in Switzerland, home of the World Economic Forum that takes place in January. This, I believe, is one of Europe's tallest or highest big cities. Something like that. It's over a mile high, over 5,000 feet. And yeah, I just arrived on the train, came up from Liechtenstein, which is where I was. Originated today in Zurich. I'll be going back to Zurich, but I've just been doing some exploring of this part of Switzerland and Liechtenstein. And now it's my first time here, so I'm gonna walk right up into the city here, and there's two stations in Davos. I guess I'm gonna walk all the way down to that and then catch a train back down into Zurich. I was gonna go up to St. Moritz, but that'll take like 2 hours. It's about 3 o'clock, and by the time I'd get up there it'd be 5 o'clock, and then it'd be a 3-hour train ride. I'm just beat. I'm so tired. I've been traveling so much lately. I don't know if I got it in me. So I won't be going to St. Moritz today, although I would love it. That'll have to be another time. So maybe I'll come back in the winter. That'll be fun. But yeah, we're just walking the main drag here. I started at Davos Platz. Now I'm headed towards Davos Dorf, I believe. This is where a lot of the economic policy for the world is thought up here. Fintechs and all that. So this is a place where they come to think, reimagine finance. The train ride up here was really nice. I guess the train from Davos to St. Moritz is also very nice. The World Economic Forum, like, main building is nearby Geneva, though. But this is just where they do the convention. I don't know exactly where. Steak restaurant there. Steakhouse. So yeah, the train ride was pretty nice. I mean, I've seen some beautiful train rides. Probably the most beautiful one that I've seen in Switzerland is the one that goes from Lucerne to Interlaken. So far, that's the best one I've seen. I'm not saying that is the best one. That's just the best one I've seen. They say a beautiful one is going from Zermatt or up to Zermatt. I've also done that. That was nice. Oh wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. They got something way up on the top of that mountain. Switzerland, like, the Swiss basically conquered the Swiss Alps, these Alps. They, like, the people here and the Alps just were meant for each other. The engineering by the Swiss is world class engineering. Absolutely, it's not even up for debate. Everything they do is just so secure and sturdy and strong. Everything from the fencing, like, you know, when you're coming up, you'll see fencing and you'll be in the middle of nowhere and the fence is just in immaculate condition. The train tracks are so smooth. Everything is just like precision. The Swiss, they're experts at this stuff. Whereas, I don't know, in France, France is more like, I don't know, I almost want to say a bit rundown. Like even right when you get to France from Switzerland, you feel a difference. Like at Geneva, you just feel the shift. But not to be too hard on France, the UK is probably even worse than France. The UK is, oh man, in terms of infrastructure, the bathrooms alone, they probably have the worst. The UK probably has the worst bathrooms in all of the European continent. I don't know what it is. The showers, not very good. Like the showers are always so janky. British hate hearing that. They don't like to hear that. They think that it's just an American being rude or judgmental, but it's true. The toilets are never. Something as simple with the toilets as they fall. Like, you know, men are supposed to lift up the seat. A lot of the seats, they don't have like spring action holding up the seat, so they'll just like fall down while you're going to the bathroom. You gotta like put your hand on it to hold it up while you're going. It's like, well, you know, let's put a proper toilet in place. And it's not just one toilet, it's not just two toilets, it's like multiple toilets. So that's been something I'd have to say about the UK, is the way they do their washrooms or water closets, whatever they call it, toilets. Here in Switzerland, everything's good quality, good quality, good quality. Everything's good quality. There's just no denying it. What's this? Track and field? Davos. Is that a crypto arena? Maybe I'll stop in here and get a drink. I'm like addicted to these smoothies. If only I could get a rental bike, this would be a great place to explore. But here we got a golf course. I'll try to give you guys some shots of the train on the way out at the end, so you can see just how nice it is on the train ride. But it's quite nice. Over here they've got a Hilton Garden Inn. I didn't realize they'd have chain hotels up here. The city itself, I think, only has about 10,000 people. But I think it's a ski resort. And skiing goes on up here. Maybe that's what they got going up on that hill, on that mountain there. So if we look up there, you can see, yeah, up there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe that's for skiing, I don't know. Oh man, lots of walking these days. I ended up getting one of those smoothies. Second one today. They're about $6. They're these little, like, you know, green kale smoothie, or the vitamin booster, the energy booster, all natural. Got like a, almost like a protein powder or something in there. Really good. I just had the vitamin C one. So far today I've drank the B12 and magnesium drink, sports drink. Yesterday I had the purple one, which is like B3 and I think biotin, which just tastes good. I don't know if any of those I needed. I should get magnesium though, B12. Purple one's the best one. But they're just so expensive. Like, yesterday I bought a Coke Zero at the hotel because I was just craving a Coke Zero. And it cost $12. 10 franc for a Coke Zero. Some of you are going to say, why would you ever do that? Well, I was really craving it. But, I mean, as you know, I come from an era when a soda cost 50 cents out of a soda machine. That was not too long ago. You will not find a 50-cent soda anymore, or a 99-cent Big Mac. I mean, it just seems like, I mean, in this case, it's almost like 10 times the price of what it was 20 years ago. Yeah, you're making more money, I guess, but you're spending more. Like, being a millionaire used to be a big achievement. Now being a millionaire, honestly, making $1 million a year is probably equivalent to making $200 a year, $200K a year, you know, which it was in the 90s. When someone said, "Oh, I make $200,000 a year," it's like, you know, nowadays it's kind of on par with making $1 million a year. It's great money, but $200K a year, to be honest with you, it's barely going to get you a house, a mortgage, and like a regular community. Maybe a condo. Back in the day, $200K, if you had $200K coming in a year, you were living in a nice 5-bedroom, whatever you wanted, best neighborhood. And it's not just in the US, it's everywhere. Like, people used to say, "Oh, well, Thailand, you know." Yeah, now you go to Bangkok. You'd be surprised how many people I talk to that go to Bangkok and they're like, "This place is expensive." Like, they're complaining about the price in Bangkok. Don't get me wrong. You go outside Bangkok into some of the smaller Thai towns, yeah, you will find 300 baht a night hotels. But inside Bangkok, prices of 3x, 4x. I bring that up because, you know, it's not just happening in places like Switzerland or the US. Switzerland's always been expensive. The UK's always been expensive. But Switzerland is super expensive. You know, the 4 places that I've been where they always say it's the most expensive place. In 2022, I went to Tel Aviv. Okay? That was supposed to be the most expensive city in the world. Then, Singapore, most expensive city in the world. Then, Zurich. That's what's supposedly the most expensive city in the world now. And then, the one that I think is the most expensive is London. Actually, it's a lot of variables, right? Trains and transportation in the UK are more expensive than anywhere else I've seen. I don't think I paid less than $300 for a train in the UK. And we're not, and the UK is a small country. It's not like going from like Phoenix to LA is the same length of Edinburgh to London, like that. But I was just doing like Edinburgh to Glasgow, Glasgow to Manchester, Manchester to London, London to Paris. Okay, so there's transport. Then there's, like, transport here in Switzerland is great. Like, I'm paying like 35 francs here, 35 francs there, which is like $42, you know, for a train. Way cheaper than the UK, okay? So transportation, UK or Switzerland, I'm giving it cheaper, Switzerland. Hotels and accommodation, wow, the wind is coming in. For hotels and accommodation, I'm going with the UK and Zurich, quite close. I don't know. I might just have to say they're the same. You can find good deals in both, and you can find outrageous prices in both, okay? Now when it comes to food, that's where I think Switzerland's more expensive. Zurich or Switzerland. Switzerland's more expensive. If we were to talk about Singapore compared to like Switzerland or UK, see, Singapore has expensive housing, but you can still find, I've found affordable accommodation. There, small country, you're just going to ride a train, very affordable. If you're just going to eat at the food hawkers, $5-6 a meal. So Singapore is really not that expensive. Switzerland for food, really expensive, as you could see with the Coke Zero. With those smoothies, they're $6. They're small too. So each place has this like different price gouging, and it just varies dependent upon what subject you're talking about: accommodation, transportation, or food. And then, you know, if you do shopping, I don't do shopping. If I'm going to do shopping, I'm going to go to Thailand or Asia to do shopping, because that's where most of the trinkets and knickknacks come from. I wouldn't dare do any shopping here in Switzerland or the UK. I did buy a sweater in the UK, and it was about $40. That same sweater anywhere else in the world sells for like $12. In Asia, I don't know, $5. It's just a regular sweatshirt. So sometimes you have to do some shopping. Edinburgh was expensive as well. Manchester wasn't too bad. There's a lot of places in the UK to explore though. It's a small country, but here in Switzerland, it's quite expensive just overall. It's hard to say how much, like, I guess I'd have to look at my daily expenditure. You know, my daily routine is pretty much the same, which is what is it that I'm doing every day? I'm sightseeing, I'm eating food, I'm getting transportation. That's basically what a travel guide YouTuber does, right? Like, I'm not doing shopping. I haven't even really been drinking beer for like the last month and a half, so alcohol hasn't been a big thing. I had a couple beers in Paris. It's probably the only place. But yeah, I mean, So based on the fact that I do the same routine in every place, you know, it'd be interesting if I just added up all of my receipts or expenditures. I would say though, just off the cuff, I was spending way more in the UK than I was in Europe. I wouldn't even need to check the receipts to know, just because those train rides. Right, train rides and hotels alone were expensive. Here, train rides are cheap, food's expensive, but you know, that's not a big expense, and transportation's affordable. So I'm just walking here, see what's going on in Davos, Switzerland, World Economic Forum. You know, it's a famous place for those of you who are into finance. If you're a financial person, you are into economics, macro economics, whatever. Ooh, there's a big hotel over there. I don't know if you guys are following my other channels, but I have channels that also talk about like the train rides. Like I filmed some videos, the train from Zurich to Liechtenstein. Oh my goodness. I wonder where all the, you know, the JP Morgans, like all those bigwigs, I wonder where they stay when they come here in January. Probably over there. I think there's like a Solara hotel. I doubt they're staying at the Hilton Garden. Well, not the big wigs, but some of the little wigs maybe. I mean, it's just a basic little Swiss town. Way up here at 5,000 feet elevation. There's a nice park. That mountain, whatever they're doing up there is just amazing. Like, maybe it's for avalanche. It could be for avalanches. That's what would be the first thing that come to my mind. I do like it up here because it's not so hot. It's actually fairly decent weather. Yeah, they got a nice little lake here. It's good. And yeah, we'll have to see where Davos Dorf is. A lot of people I'm noticing that are Hasidic here. A lot of Hasidic people. Either you know they're not Amish because the hats. There was a place I went in Belize. Had a lot of Mennonites. You know, you have Amish, Mennonites, Hasidic. They're kind of like a very simple communities. Ooh. That's probably the train that I need. I might miss it. That means I might have to wait even longer. Oh boy. I don't even know. It could be possible that the train runs every 30 minutes. We'll see what ends up happening though. So yeah, from here I'll go towards Zurich. And when I get to Zurich, Then I'll plan out whether or not I go to Lucerne or towards Italy. I really feel like I need to get up towards Lucerne, because from there I can get to Interlaken, and from Interlaken I can go up into the glacial valleys of like Lauterbrunnen, similar like this, Grindelwald. Oh, is this it? Yeah, this is the station, so I might be able to get it. See how long they'll stay if I hop on. All right, guys, well, that'll be it. Well, I'm on the train. I'm in the first class area, I guess, so I have to purchase the ticket on here. They're gonna, the attendant's coming back with their credit card machine. So it was smooth. That worked out.